Now, we're once again joined this half hour by Dr. Thomas Russo, who is an expert in infectious diseases, and we're asking him questions that you have been sending us to our Text 2 line at 849-2200.
And Doctor, our first question is one that we've heard a lot over the past several days and something that people continue to ask about. We'll show you it here. People are wanting to know if this virus is one that does not survive in warmer or tropical climates. So we've heard this from a lot of people. They're hoping that as the weather warms, maybe this virus will start to subside like the seasonal flu does every year. Is that wishful thinking?
Well, I think the reality is we don't know. I pray, I hope that this is a seasonal virus and therefore it helps us to sort of push that curve and keep that curve flat. But we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, one of the slight differences between this and the influenza virus is there is a lot more individuals that are susceptible that may be able to sort of maintain and sustain the virus over time. So, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. We're hoping it's seasonal and sort of drifts to the southern hemisphere to give us more time to prepare and develop some medications and other treatments.
One of the other questions we have from a viewer, sort of a practical thing about getting out and about, and with stores now requiring shoppers to bring their own reusable bags, is it safe to bring things from home, like your own bags, into a public store?
Yes, I still think it is safe. I think it needs to be packaged together with our hand hygiene and making sure that high-touch surfaces are cleaned so that even in the unlikely event that one of those bags is contaminated with some virus and someone else subsequently touches it, as long as you then, after you have contact with anything like that or any areas of concern, you wash your hands and avoid touching your face, you should be safe.
Somebody asked a similar question just as we were coming out about money. It's the same concept, right?
Wash
your hands after you deal with money.
Yes, the exact same concept.
No doubt. And then we also have kind of a pretty specific medical question here. Doctor, this person asked, do you know if this virus can cause fibrosis in the lungs or if it can cause pneumonia?
Well, we know it could definitely cause pneumonia. And the difference perhaps between fibrosis and pneumonia is pneumonias, as a general rule, tend to be more acute. So the receptors for this virus are deep in our lungs, and as they multiply and our body responds to them, it causes damage to the underlying tissue and fluid fills up in the lungs and it's hard to breathe. Fibrosis tends to be something that develops over a longer period of time, and to date this has been an infection that's acute that either people have gotten over or they have not, and so really I wouldn't expect to see fibrosis in this setting, but pneumonia, yes, for some individuals.
Dr. Russo, we so appreciate your expertise and coming in and chatting with us and answering our viewers' questions.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right, let's check up on the roof right